What up? I am BK back with another banger. Thank you guys for joining in today. I'm not sure what the title of the video is as yet, but it's a subscriber request, so I want to fulfill that for a subscriber, Alvin Rowe. He's been showing support for a while now, and he wanted to know how do you copy MIDI from one sequence to another sequence. And I've showed it in past videos. I don't remember which one it is off top, but I do know for MPC users that copying the MIDI to another sequence or to another track sometimes is a little difficult. Like if you got a MIDI folder and you want to drag in a MIDI from that folder into your sequence on a brand new beat you just opened up, it'll drop it on that beat, right, on that first track. But if you're on that track, that project, and you've already been working, then it'll copy the sequence. It'll ask you, do you want to copy it to sequence 1 or do you want to copy it to sequence 2? And if you copy it to sequence 1 and you got 10 tracks on sequence 1, it'll erase everything on sequence 1. So you want to copy it to sequence 2. But I'll show you guys that in a moment. Also, he wanted me to show my workflow on how when I finish laying down tracks and export it to a full song. Workflow when you finish laying down tracks for export to a full song. So I'm gonna show that. I'm pretty sure I've shown it in the past, but you know, it doesn't hurt to keep the mind refreshed. Alright, so let's get into the MPC. Alright, so we in the MPC, I told him I was gonna keep them on my mind, pause, when I was working. And if the screen looks a little bit different, I got a new setup and I gotta figure out the camera settings. I need to get a new mic. Shout out to my dead friends. He had told me in a comment that he's been hearing pops in the audio, and that's because I work with my FaceTime camera on the computer, and the mic is coming from the computer. I don't have like a lavalier or a separate mic connected because my other camera with the mic wasn't working on my old setup. So I'm gonna check to see if it works on this setup, and then that'll reduce the popping sound. But if the camera's all crazy, I won't know until after this. But yeah, so I was working on this. I said I was gonna keep Alvin Rowe on my mind for my next upload, so I want to keep my word. I got this beat, nothing crazy. I'm gonna play it and then I'm gonna get into what we gonna get. That's the joint. It's mixed a little bit. It's not the best mix, but it's a mix nonetheless that we can work with. So I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna try to make this as fast as I can. Someone else had commented about the workflow of the song mode versus track mutes and all that. I'm gonna get into that in a later video. But I'm about to get into song mode. So I got 2 sequences which you just heard. Going to song mode, right? I could do the next sequence, which is cool. I like to do that when I have like 3 or 4 sequences. I go between next sequence mode and then export that to song mode and then convert sequence to song mode. So I'm gonna insert that. I'm gonna repeat this like 3 times, right? I'm gonna insert Another one, make that sequence 2. Repeat that like 3 times. 48. Insert another one. Oh, undo. Alright, that's like 64, right? Should be. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep it short and brief. 64. Convert that to next sequence. Now we got 64 bars to work with. I then go to track mute. Track. Bada bing, bada boom. I then go to track mute. I only have 10 tracks so far. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mute out the beginning. All right, let's start up with that. Alright, what I just noticed while I was doing that is that song mode all the way messed my whole vibe up. You see how the change came at the very end there? If I keep this in the video, it came at the very end. And that was because right here, I thought I changed it to sequence 2. And I did not change it to sequence 2. As you can see, it's sequence 1 all the way until it gets to the 57 mark. And that, I'm hearing it and I should have stopped it, but it's alright. I'm gonna keep it nonetheless just to show what it is, but I'm gonna save it though, just so, and then convert to a new joint, just so I have it for next time. I'm gonna save that. Pardon the background noise if you hear background noise as well. There's a lot of construction going on. So boom, we got that. So now, right, I have that. Let's go to sequence 2. So the copying the MIDI, right? Let's go to these chords. So I got these. Well, it's not even chords, it's stabs, but this come from Cartier flutes in MPC one-shots and key groups. By the way, if you don't got them, the link is in the description. Say I wanted to copy this to another sequence or another track. Let me verify his question again. How do you copy MIDI file from one sequence to another? Okay, so he wants to know how you copy it from one sequence to another sequence. I'm gonna show you how you copy it to another track, and then I'm gonna show you how you copy it to another sequence. All right, so, and he didn't verify if you was on controller mode or standalone, but it works the same. So you want to make sure that your track is at the very beginning. You press Command A, Command C for copy, or Control, or you can go up here to edit and go to track. Wait, no. Yeah, you go to track and you go to select all, and then you go back to edit and go to, cut, paste. Y'all should know that already. All right. So then you would go to your blank track or the track that you want to use it on, and you press Command V, and there you go. Right. So that's for the track. I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna go back to that track right here. Say I wanted to copy this to another sequence, right? If I wanted to copy this to another sequence, I can copy this and go to the sequence that I want to copy it on, and go to the track that I want to copy it on and press Command V. Or you can go to edit, go to track. Hold up. So right here, you go to sequence, you go to copy events, right? Sequence, go to edit, you go to sequence, and you go to copy events. Okay, when you go to copy events, this screen pops up, copy events. So, and it's the same on your MPC. Like you got the MPC 1, the MPC X, and MPC Live. You could do this from the hardware unit. I don't have another camera to show you, but trust and believe, you can do it. All right, so you want to go from copy from sequence 2, or whatever sequence you're using, whatever track it is. Right now I'm on track 9 and it's called chords. I'm gonna say copy all events. You could put copy only the selected events, which means if you only wanted to copy like one MIDI note over to that next sequence, you could do that, right? And you could do it to the track. You could do it on the same sequence that you're on, but put it on an unused track or over a track that you've already used, right? But you want to copy it to another sequence, so you go from your whatever sequence it is. Right now I'm on sequence 2, and now go to the first unused sequence, or the sequence of which I want to copy it on. So I'm gonna go to an unused just to show you, right? And you make sure your time, right, is selected. Now you could change the ticks or the time, right? How many copies do you want? I only want one copy, but you could make it as many copies as you want. You could even put 0. I don't know why you would put 0 copies. All right, and then you want to say if you had something there on that particular track, you would put merge, right? But if you want to replace it, you just replace it, right? So now I go to sequence 5, and now I have just these chords on track 9. right? So that is what that is how you copy a MIDI from one sequence to the next using copy events. Now I'm gonna look for a MIDI file real quick. All right, so I got this this MIDI file right here. I don't even remember where I got it from. I labeled it Be Calm, so the song I got it from must be Be Calm. So I'm gonna highlight. I need to get a new mouse because this new trackpad is like the worst.
2,000 years later, 6.5 hours later, a few inches later, day 2, day 3.
Alright, y'all. Hold up. This new trackpad is the worst. I'm trying to drag it. Oh man. Come on, fam. I swear it just let me do it before. Come on. Alright, this is not good for work. Come on, man. Alright. Whew. That was hard business. So, you see how it automatically goes to the first unused sequence? And which is fine if I wanted to load it into the first unused sequence, it's just fine. But say I want to load it into sequence 5 that I just copied the events over to. When I do this, it just deleted everything that I had on sequence 5, right? So remember I had the track on the Cartier flutes on track 9. That's gone. So now it moved what I was doing to track, what I copied over to track 1. So, you know, that doesn't help. I'm gonna put this on, see what this is. Timing is crazy. I just went off into a zone. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this in the video or not because it has something to do with the video, but it doesn't. So I was showing how to drag the MIDI chords into the sequence, and when I was showing how to use the chords, I just wanted to hear what they would sound like, and it instantly inspired me to make what you just saw. Might not be in full, but because I'm gonna edit it out because I don't want this video to be too long. But that's how you get inspiration. I dragged in those chords that I found randomly from somewhere. Wherever I got it from, I labeled it Be Calm. That was from 2018. The chords sounded nice on my Cartier flutes, MPC one-shots and key groups, by the way. Then I went into pad perform mode. I locked into the scale I used one of my banging progressions and played the God Pluck as well as the 808 subs on top of those chords that I brought in, and it sound alright. I mean, there's nothing to get on the bullhorn about, but you know, that's how you get inspiration, right? So shout out to Alvin Rowe for bringing that motivation up. But let's get back to the scheduled program. That was a little commercial for y'all. All those sounds, by the way, besides the drums, are available on bkbangers.com. If you don't have them, go out and grab them. We do appreciate you. All right, so let me get back to business. Let me save this. So, not this one, right? This one. So now, if I was completely finished with this, I'm not completely finished. He wanted to see the whole vibe with how I would export it. Technically, I would put a better mix on this. I would either do my mastering in here, but I generally don't do that. You all, if you've been banging with your boy for a minute, you know that I'm taking this, what I just did here, into Studio One, or I have this open as a VST in Studio One, so it makes my workflow a little bit simpler. But I know a lot of you don't have Studio One, and MPC is your DAW for right now. So that's why, I show the workflow in here. So I would go to export. You want to export as audio mixdown. You want to keep it on file format WAV. At least I do. I leave it on bit 16. I leave all of these the same. If I have my my Studio 192 mobile in, I might change it to 96. No, I don't want to lie to you. I don't remember what it is, but I up it to 24, and I think I go to 48. I think 96 is too much, but that's pretty much the setting. I then export it to whatever it is. Well, this is the wave, right? So that's a 2-track. If I was gonna bounce the two track, excuse me. If I was gonna bounce the stems, you want to put either separate programs or explode tracks. I would explode the tracks, name it whatever I'm gonna name it, make sure I'm in the right joint. I put another a separate folder. I named it stems. Label it. What was this? 144 BPMs. And then you could put the key of the joint, what it was in. Hit do it. You can name it whatever you're gonna name it. I leave it like this because it's gonna title everything. I'll show you. This is gonna take a minute to do it because I got like 10 tracks. So I'm gonna pause this and then come back to you when it's finished. We're on track 6. Just turned to track 7, by the way. All right, we exporting the last one. I think this is track 10. I think that's the last one. I don't think I had more than 10 tracks. Oh, and then it goes back and export the audio track that's there for no reason, because there's nothing on it. I don't know why it does that. So if you ever bounce down to bounce your stuff down, all right. So you see, this is the stems folder, and this is it. This is why I said I wouldn't name it, because it's still gonna add whatever name I named it to. It was gonna add all of this in between, right? And this audio track right here, audio 1, there's nothing on this. So the MPC akai need to fix that, because if there's nothing on that track, it shouldn't bounce it, and you can't remove that audio track from that from your project. All right, boom. So now when you have this, you just drag this over into your well, for me it's Studio One. I don't know for you what it would be. And if I was going to, if I was all finished with this, right, per se, I was done with it, it was mixed, it was sounding right for an artist to rap to, I'd do the same process, but I just it'll be a MP3, unless he or she bought it. I would send out the wave. I bounced the wave when I had my beat store. I'd bounce the wave and I'd bounce the MP3. I'd upload both wave and MP3, and you know, one of them would be wave, one of them would be the MP3 for a different price range, right? So I hope that helps you, sir. Alvin Rowe, I appreciate you for your support. He was one of the people that said that the banging 808s is fire. If you know, you know. You know what I'm talking about? So I am BK. This was another banger. I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out. I'm about to find out right now, because I gotta go edit it down. But yeah, man, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there. I know a lot of the world is on high alert. Be safe out there. Practice social distancing. You know, look after your babies if you're a parent. Keep them safe. Make sure they wash their hands. And y'all stop buying all the toilet paper, man. What's up with that? What's up with all this toilet paper being bought up, man? I don't know, but that is what it is, man. Do remember that music is life. It is our DNA. Keep banging. Peace, love, and light. Till next time. Peace. Peace.